Hello, you're watching VNA broadcast daily from Hanoi. These are our related highlights.
President Chung Tan-sang receives Chairman of Japan's Kansai Economic Federation, Shosuke Mori. Vietnam attends World Journalist Conference in Republic of Korea. Vietnam-Switzerland trade rose 11%.
President Chung Tan-sang hosted the reception in Hanoi on April 16th for Chairman of Japan's Kansai Economic Federation, Shosuke Mori. Japan's business leader is on a working visit to Vietnam to strengthen cooperation between the two sides.
The president highly valued the close economic ties between the Kansai region and Vietnam's ministries, sectors, and localities. With the economic strength of Kansai region and the active efforts by both sides, the two countries' trade will not stop at the current level, Sang said. He added he hopes the Federation will propose new fields of bilateral cooperation, such as the large number of Vietnamese students in Kansai and the direct air route between Vietnam and Kansai. Chairman Mori said investment from Kansai businesses now accounts for 20% of Japan's total investment in Vietnam. He suggested the two sides increase cooperation in human resources training and environmental protection. He said his federation will work closely with Vietnam's Ministry of Planning and Investment and Ministry of Industry and Trade to provide necessary information for the two countries' businesses.
Deputy Foreign Minister Nguyễn Thanh Sơn has affirmed Vietnam's support for UNESCO reform efforts to improve the efficiency of the organization's operation and enhance its role and position. Sơn, who is also president of the Vietnam National Commission for UNESCO, made the remark while delivering a speech at a plenary session of the UNESCO Executive Council in Paris on April 15th.
He praised UNESCO for giving high priority to the Education for All movement and the organization's leading role in implementing the initiative Education First proposed by the UN Secretary-General Ban Ki-moon. Education First is the first important step to effectively carry out the Education for All and the Education for Sustainable Development, he said. According to the diplomat, Vietnam has made progress in carrying out the two above movements and is ready to share its experience in this field with others. Sơn affirmed Vietnam's support of the signing of a framework agreement on cooperation between ASEAN and UNESCO, which, he said, will create an important legal foundation to enhance cooperation between UNESCO and the 10-nation group, as well as between the organization and each ASEAN member. After the session, Deputy Foreign Minister Nguyễn Thanh Sơn met with UNESCO Director General Irina Bokova, who praised Vietnam's full and successful implementation of commitments to the organization over the past time.
In the first 2 months of this year, Vietnam and Switzerland enjoyed a year-on-year rise of 11% in two-way trade to $167 million. The figure was revealed by Lương Mạnh Hùng, trade counselor at the Vietnamese embassy in Switzerland.
During the period, Vietnam exported $122 million worth of goods to Switzerland, up 14% from last year. Meanwhile, its imports hit $45 million, an increase of 45%. Export turnover for machines and electrical equipment also boomed. This revealed a major structural shift in Vietnam's exports, as the Asian country previously exported mostly gold to Switzerland. Hùng suggested Vietnamese enterprises improve their understanding of Swiss quality standards and sharpen their products' competitiveness in order to boost exports.
Foreign direct investment in Ho Chi Minh City in the first half of this year climbed by 109% year-on-year. This signaled that investors have become more confident about the economy.
According to the Municipal Department of Planning and Investment, 78 foreign invested projects worth nearly $160 million were licensed during the period. In addition, 26 foreign invested projects in the city were licensed for capital expansion of more than $175 million. According to the Ho Chi Minh City Export Processing Zone Authority, the city's export processing zones and its three parks mobilized a total investment of over $144 million in the first quarter, marking a year-on-year rise of 21.4%. That included nearly $122 million in foreign direct investment, up over 57%. Meanwhile, domestic investment stood at nearly $22 million, down around 57% year-on-year.
A ceremony was held in the northern Midland province of Phu Thọ on April 15th to commemorate the death anniversary of Lạc Long Quân and Âu Cơ, the country's legendary father and mother, who are believed to lay the very first ground for the formation of the Vietnamese nation.
Delegates and pilgrims nationwide burned incense to express gratitude to the nation's father and mother. They affirmed the Vietnamese people's determination to further consolidate national solidarity and defend national sovereignty while building a peaceful and prosperous country. Legend has it that Dragon King Lạc Long Quân got married to fairy Âu Cơ, who later gave birth to a sack containing 100 eggs, from which 100 sons were born. When the couple parted, Lạc Long Quân went to the south seawards with 50 of their children, while Âu Cơ went to the mountainous region with the other half. The eldest son later installed himself as Vietnam's first king Hùng Vương and named the country Văn Lang. He set up the capital in Phong Châu, nowadays Việt Trì City, Phu Thọ Province, starting the 18 reigns of Hùng kings. The commemoration ceremony was an activity during the week-long Hùng Kings Temple Festival, which is held annually to pay tribute to the nation's founders. On the occasion, Phu Thọ received a certificate of UNESCO recognition of the practice of Hùng Kings worshipping as part of the intangible cultural heritage of humanity.
7 Vietnamese journalists, together with their 110 colleagues from 74 countries and territories, are gathering at an ongoing conference in Seoul to discuss the future of journalism in the digital age, as well as digital news and changes of media.
The World Journalist Conference theme, Communication and Future of Global Journalism, is firstly held by the Journalists Association of Korea with the support of Vietnam's Ministries of Foreign Affairs and of Culture, Sports and Tourism. Addressing the opening ceremony on April the 14th, Prime Minister of the Republic of Korea, Chung Hong-won, expressed his hope that journalists will convey the Korean people's aspiration for peace to the world. The conference will conclude on April the 21st with the adoption of a declaration of world journalists calling for the maintenance of peace and stability in the Korean Peninsula.
A spectacular science show of quest taken is underway in the central city of Da Nang. The event, which runs from April 16th to 18th, is as part of activities to mark the 40th anniversary of Vietnam-Australia diplomatic ties.
The event, known as Questacan, is held by Australia's National Science and Technology Centre. On display are 46 interactive exhibits which have explained diverse topics relating to science and technology, including light and sound, human biology, force and motion. Questacan show will take place in Hanoi from April 24th to 27th. Earlier, it was organized in Ho Chi Minh City from April 10th to 13th. A series of seminars featuring science, technologies, training, and Vietnam-Australia education partnership are also held. They are expected to have Vietnamese teachers honed in their interactive professional skills.
That's all we have for today. I'm Ngọc Hà and the rest of the team. We thank you always for being with us and see you next time.